Namaste, wonderful friends. We are Monday new moon energies. So the Moonology deck, the new moon in Scorpio is Go Deeper. And let me just tell you the hell of the pre-shuffle I just had. I always shuffle my decks before I do a reading, during the reading, after the reading. But here you go. My intention was to do what's going on in this connection reading. It feels like a melancholy Monday, so I thought everybody needed a little uplift with this new moon in Scorpio energy, because Scorpio energy can be hard, can be challenging. So in the Lover's Oracle, look what came through. Holy cow. And then the pre-shuffle with the Light Seers deck, look what came through. Holy cow. So we have sacred union, new beginning, and the union energy, 3 of Cups. Now, I just did that weekly forecast, and you may want to check it out. Something about an opportunity coming, and you got to be ready because it's going to be subtle. It's just going to be kind of one of those little things that you notice and you're like, oh, that's it. For example, I woke up this morning and I looked at my phone to see the time, and it was 6:13 on the 13th. And I was just like, what are the chances of me just picking up the phone randomly and seeing 2 13s? 2 13s. So yeah, I knew then it was going to be one of those magical days. So pay attention to those synchronicities. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. So this is what's going on in this connection. So I'm going to use the energy oracle because I want to pull from the energy of yesterday's weekly forecast. And I'm going to pull an oracle card for the masculine energy, the feminine energy, and I'm going to pull from the connection. But with this sacred union and new beginnings and the union card, you know what the energies are already. There are going to be some people that this new opportunity is going to be, wow, there's a realization about twin flames. Now, I don't know if you hear the term twin flames often, but it's all over Netflix right now. Just saying. I remember when twin flames was the most obscure vocabulary word I'd ever heard. I was like, who made that up? And now it's all over Netflix. So people are waking up. I mean, it's becoming a common word. All right, so victory. It's a 10 card. Look, there's the laurel wreath right here. It's a 28 card, which is a 10, which is a 1, which is a new beginning. But this is some feminine energy, but it's a victory card. This is like very 6 of Wands energy. I'm going to put that for the center. Let's pull for the masculine. Archangel Samuel, look, it's a 37 card, which is a 10 card, which is a 1 card, which is a new beginning card. How about for the feminine? So this is the 3rd chakra. Oh, we got 2. There you go, feminines. We got the man holding a coin and a man holding a heart. Which do you prefer? I know, everybody's saying the combination of both. So we have a 43 card, which is a 7, and we have a 45 card, which is a 9. One feels to be like a little bit more ego-driven, but the other one is just like, you know, emotions are all out there. This is an interesting energy. All right, I'm going to pull. Let me pull on the connection. I'm going to use the Light Seers for the connection as well as for the Divine Feminine. I will use the Somnio Tarot for the Divine Masculine, but I'll pull some cards regarding the connection as well. All right, I did pre-shuffle, folks. I always pre-shuffle as I meditate. I also did my new moon ritual, salt water, Himalayan salt water, and Epsom salt bath. I soaked and meditated. And I need to tell you something, because last night, you know, the 3 o'clock wake up, if you're on your spiritual path, that's not unusual, especially when the moon, these powerful moon phases, wake up at 3 o'clock. And the first thing I hear, the first download I get is, if there's something in your life that you're unhappy with, take the steps to change it. Don't languish. If you really, really want something, you will start to implement the steps to make the change. And what they were showing me is somebody that wants to move into maybe a larger apartment. I'm seeing somebody living in like an apartment complex, and they want a larger apartment. But yet they're out every weekend eating out dinners and, you know, partying with friends and, you know, spending money shopping. And so what I was shown was, if they really, really wanted to save for the bigger apartment, they would be eating dinners at home, they would not be shopping, and they would be maybe watching a movie on Netflix as opposed to going out. So they were very, very adamant about that. If you are looking to have something, you want to manifest something, action is required. All right, I'm not going to get on the soapbox. Look at this. The World card and the Queen of Cups. The World card is earth energy. This is, to me, just kind of like it's Saturnian energy. We've got all kinds of issues with Saturn right now. It finally has come out of retrograde, has station direct. But we have this Queen of Cups. Now, we've got this Queen of Cups who's being in the receptive, not blocking, receptive. And in comes the man holding a heart and the man with a pentacle. Now, if you're lucky, it's the same fella, same energy. However, for the connection, look at the surrender. Now, we talked about that yesterday in the weekly forecast. You have to be in surrender mode. That, you know, you're going to go with the flow of the divine. The divine will be done. And it was going to work out for my highest and greatest good, so I'm good. I'm just going to allow and surrender and trust. But look at that. Both of those cards are poised to surrender. Maybe that's the victory energy here. All right, let's pull for the Divine Feminine. I know you're saying, do the masculine. Let's see what's going on. Just a second. I want to find out who this masculine energy is. If the Emperor comes out, it's your divine counterpart. Four Swords. Okay, this is going to take some consideration. You see the man holding a heart here. It's kind of like Knight of Cups energy. It's kind of like, yeah, he's not extending it, so he's not necessarily offering it right now, but he's in communication with his emotions. She's kind of like curled up in this nest with the heart right there. She's not like, I'm focused on this heart, I'm watching it, I'm waiting to see what happens. She's like, my eyes aren't even on it. My eyes are closed, because I trust that if that heart is meant to come to me, it's going to come to me. So she's not really like worried about it at all. Well, looky. Look who flies out. Here's this King of Cups. We got the Queen of Cups and we got the King of Cups. King of Cups is really in touch with his emotions. Really kind of being able to be emotionally centered. Very emotionally mature. And then we have the Three of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Somebody's been contemplating making a move here. Now, remember, this is a general read. This may or may not resonate with you. I cannot tell everybody's story in one reading. But when we get the Three of Wands and the Knight of Swords, this is somebody was kind of planning something and now it's time to execute the plan. That's what I get for the feminine energy. So it could be flip-flopped. It could be that you're like, hey, look, I'm going to start finding somebody who's my soulmate that, like, let's say you're a twin flame and you're kind of feeling like the journey's a little stagnant for you. You feel like, you know what, I've gotten to a point where I'm all right where I am. Don't necessarily need to be, you know, in 3D union with my twin. I'm going to go find a soulmate because I want this new beginning and I want this sacred union. You can have a sacred union with a soulmate. You can have a wonderfully supportive, energetic, smooth sailing kind of relationship with a soulmate. If that's what they said is, if that's more dreamy to you than the kind of the turbulence and the triggering, the turbulence and triggering of the twin flame path, then by all means, open yourself up to that soulmate. Be receptive to a soulmate, because there's a soulmate waiting. Could be your divine counterpart, could be a soulmate, could be a really deep soulmate life partner kind of thing. But whoever, whatever, this is something that's been kind of formulated, percolating and formulating for quite a while, and now it's the moment of execution. Okay, so let's pull for the divine masculine. They said bottom of the deck. Two of Wands. This is divine feminine, just kind of passively waiting. She's not engaging. She's not like running after anything. She's just like, all right, if it comes to me, great. If not, I'm pretty happy here in my little house. All right, divine masculine energy. Remember, we have both energies. The polarity, law of polarity, hermetic laws of the universe, the law of polarity. Everything has an equal opposite, and it's the balance. That's what creates the balance. Balance of the universe, the balancing of the energies of the universe is critical to keep the quantum field intact. Okay, that just came as a download. All right, so we have this third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, and it is a 37 card, which is, but you can see this is the solar plexus, the third chakra, the color yellow, and might be, I don't know the archangels well, so if you know what Archangel Chamuel represents as far as what kind of domain of assistance that he provides, if you would comment down below, it'd be great, because I really don't know. All right, masculine, what's going on? Queen of Wands. Page of Cups. Two of Wands and the Empress. Hello. Got the two of Wands on the bottom of the deck here for the Empress energy, for the divine feminine. So here we have this Queen of Wands and this Page of Cups. The Queen of Wands, that's fire sign energy. Could be a Leo. They could be married to a Leo. You could be a Leo. That's exactly the case in we're both Leos. The karmic and me. We're both Leos. I heard some of you say it, poor sucker. And then we have this Page of Cups here. This is somebody who has kind of kept their emotions pretty contained. So over the course of some sort of relationship here, they've kind of kept everything to themselves, and now they just can't anymore. But they can't reach out overtly. It's almost, okay, there's so much coming through. It's almost like this karmic is looking at their phone, so they don't feel as though they can text you or call you, because that's going to create a shitstorm. So they're going to give you this obscure message almost telepathically. Look, they've got a message in the bottle. Page are messages for me. Got a message in the bottle. And that's why he's a page. Because if it were this fella, this king, he's not worried about the bottle. He's going to say, you know what? I don't give a shit. If there's a shit storm, I don't care. I'm just going to say what's on my mind. But I'm going to do it without being over emotional. I'm not going to trip over my words. I'm going to know what I want to say, and I'm going to say it. Well, this divine masculine is not the King of Cups. They are the page. They are a little afraid of the Queen of Wands, whichever the Queen of Wands represents, whether it be the karmic or the divine feminine. They're a little intimidated by the Queen of Wands. Now, Queen of Wands is a powerful, fiery woman. She is passionate. She is beautiful, sexual. She has an energy. And I mean, it's an energy signature that is just intimidating, especially to someone who is younger, less experienced, and not in their King of Cups or Emperor status. They are still in page. So this Queen of Wands is going to be very intimidating. Now we got over here the Empress and the Two of Wands. Now we have the Two of Wands here for the divine feminine, like I said, but we have this Two of Wands is like, how am I going to do this? This is kind of like they're making a plan on how they're going to be able to send a message to you. And it has to be, I'm getting the energy, it has to be obscured. There's an obscured message. So it could be that, just for example, they ask a friend about you. They're like, okay, the energy is active today. It's a new moon for sure. Like the divine feminine owns a business. And so they have someone call as a potential customer to kind of get an idea of what she's doing. Could also be that she works in a particular place, and so they send somebody in and they just casually, mention their name to see what your reaction is. That's what I'm talking about. It's not a overt King of Cups kind of, can we sit down over a cup of coffee and talk things through kind of things? I've got some things to say. That's not the energy of this Page of Cups. Oh, here's the Chariot. That's Cancerian energy, moon energy. This is their inner self. This is that going deeper. It's a watery energy. It's like, it's their inner emotions. It's kind of like their inner emotion. They're practicing their inner emotional dialogue on how they're going to be able to get this message to you without being overt, because there's somebody here. I can feel it in the energy. There's somebody here that's keeping tabs on them. Like all along they've known that that the divine masculine has felt the connection with the divine feminine, and that threatens this karmic energy, and they are like, they just know, and so they're like, I know they're going to reach out to them. I know he's going to reach out to the divine feminine. I know he is. So they're watching. They want confirmation that they're right. It's not even about him reaching out. It's they just want to know they're right. Eight of Swords. I'm getting the song Who's Watching Me. I don't know who it is. Please comment below what the song is, but it's something about who's watching me. Who's watching me? I don't know what the song is. I don't even know who the artist is. But I can hear it. It's like 1990s, early 2000s. Anyway, that is like playing. I'm looping with that song. Oh my, okay. Got this Knight of Wands and this Eight of Coins. Yeah. See, I told you, it's almost like they're just going to show up at your place of business, but they may not be that overt. It's almost like the word tripping is coming in. It's like they're tripping, kind of like, oh, they tripped into you. Does that make sense? Like they just tripped into the business, like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was your business. I was trying to find somebody else, kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like they don't want to just come out and say, hey, I just wanted to reconnect, see how you're doing. I got some things to say. That's the King of Cups. It's not this Page of Cups. This Page of Cups is not I'm not that brilliant, is what they're saying. But this is like, okay, I'm going to focus on this work. Maybe they have a business and they're going to reach out and say, hey, I was just checking in to see if you need somebody to come and do whatever their business is for you. Do you know of anybody that needs? I'm kind of trying to generate some more business. That kind of thing. They're using work as a way of kind of colluding the message. I don't know. Two of Swords. They still haven't figured it out. They haven't made the decision yet. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? It's like when, you're in middle school and you were going to ask somebody to the dance and you didn't know exactly, well, should I do it at lunch? Should I do it at the locker? Should I do it on the bus ride home? Should I text them? Should I call them? Should I put a note in their locker? That kind of thing. That's the energy. Now you're feeling it with me. I can feel that. 8 of Cups. Absolutely. Let's pull from the Divine Abundance. I want to pull a card for each one, and then I'm going to pull from the Lover's Oracle. Let's see what's going on in the love messages. What is it this message is going to reveal? What do they want to say to you? All right, let's see. For the connection, please. All right there. Self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Feels like there is definitely some protecting the inner child here. I think both counterparts are doing that. It's like the Divine Feminine's like, I'm just not going to expose myself unless I'm feeling good about it, because I'm going to protect my inner child. She's done a lot of self-love work. Divine Masculine really hasn't. And I know that for a fact. Inner power. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. There's a little lacking courage and some there's a lot of self-doubt, so they don't have, they're saying self-appreciation, like self-love, but it's like they don't appreciate their own strength, their own wisdom. It's like they've been convinced by somebody that they're not capable of being a mature, expressive person. Like, somebody's made fun of them. Somebody's made fun of how they express themselves. They're protecting that inner child. Somebody has made fun of the Divine Masculine's attempts of expressing himself. Maybe because he bottled it up and bottled it up and bottled it up, and then all of a sudden it comes out and it's a discombobulated mess. Maybe highly emotional, very triggering, that kind of thing. And then this karmic energy is like, wow, you're so immature. That kind of thing. I'm really getting a very immature energy here. But it's not about the masculine being, in that manpower energy. It's like they're just so emotionally vulnerable. There's a lot of emotional vulnerability, and it's coming across as immaturity. It's not. It's emotional vulnerability. And that's what is going on here. Awakening for the Divine Feminine. Oh, my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. Message to the world. All right. They said pull a few more tarot on that. I didn't really want this to be like a super, super long reading, but it's turning out to be. I'm at 24 minutes. And I never look at the time. I really don't. 24:45. Okay. All right. What's going on with this awakening? I mean, Divine Feminine is... See how she's kind of sleeping here? Not so much a... We got two cards of this Four of Swords energy where she's kind of like in a pause. Like, you know what? I'm not coming out of this until I feel like there's something of value for me. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to waste my time. That's the energy I get. Yeah, see, until there's this new beginning that's going to lead to something a little bit more serious, like this life partner or this soulmate or something. She's like, I'm just going to stick to myself. I'm just going to hang with myself. I'm not going to get involved in a relationship unless it's going to mean something to me, unless it's got some potential. I'm not going to go for it. I'm not going to get sucked back in to the bullshit. YouTube is going to really not work well with this. The algorithm is going to hate me. But I just say what's coming through. So either of these two people, if it's two different masculine energies, the one holding a heart, the one holding a coin, she's like, you know, unless this is going to has some potentiality about it, I'm really not going to fall for it. You're going to have to show me something of substance, whether it be emotional substance or physical substance. You're going to have to show me something, because I'm not playing anymore. I would rather just be in solitude on my own than to play any other games with anybody else. And if it doesn't have potential, I'm not wasting my time. I'm going to invest that time in myself. All right. Anything else for the Divine Feminine, please? Knight of Pentacles. I'm just going to leave it on and there's something coming through about how maybe Divine Masculine has lost some money. And this might be the only pentacle he's got left. I don't know. Read it however it translates for you in this energy. All right, here we have the Hierophant. That's Venus and Taurus. This is love, beauty, money. This is abundance. Hierophant can also be traditional. Could be traditional religion, could be traditional belief system, but here doesn't look traditional to me. This person's on their spiritual path. Whoever this is over here is on the spiritual path. Okay, let me pull for this inner power. What's going on with this? It feels like there's a wounded little boy in there that is very emotionally vulnerable, and they're just trying to protect that inner child. They don't want to be overt. Maybe it's just they don't want to risk rejection. Instead of somebody watching their cell phone or, looking at their text messages, maybe they're just afraid of rejection, because the Divine Feminine is in her power. She can take it or leave it at this point. She can, she's good. All right. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. We have a Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Those are from some pretty daunting energies from the feminine side. First of all, Queen of Pentacles might consider his lack of wealth and say, you know what? Or the Queen of Wands might just be like filled with this fiery passion that's a little intimidating. All right, there's the Emperor. And in this deck, the Emperor has this anvil hanging over his head. So that's Aries and Mars. Now, Aries is the North Node is in Aries. That's Mars energy. Mars is a Scorpio ruler. So that's being assertive. So basically they're saying, you know what? Man up. Just get to this King of Cups. Say what's on your mind. Don't play. Just don't play. have the courage and the inner power to stand up and say what's on your mind, express yourself to the divine feminine or to whomever, and don't lapse into that fear of rejection. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, see, there you go. Fear of rejection right there. 10 of Swords. All right. Let's see what this message may say. So if he's not able to, and remember it's energy, not gender, if he's not able to express himself in face-to-face conversation, because maybe he's vulnerable, maybe protecting that inner child, but somehow trying to get a message to the divine feminine, either like just making it look like happenstance. That's what I'm feeling. Only time will tell whether he's got the inner power and courage. Let's see. All right. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So quite honestly, if he's not ready to man up, and I hate to say that because, I mean, we don't know what he's been through. So if he's not really ready to have a face-to-face conversation, let's be fair, then, he's really not ready to deal with the intensity of this connection in a very productive way. He still needs some healing time. He still needs some time to help heal that wounded inner child. And that feels like the whole crux of this reading, is that if he's not communicating like face-to-face, overt, or even a text message that says, hey, just checking in on you, haven't heard from you for a while, was wondering how you're doing, you okay? If he's not doing that, then most likely he's got a deep fear of rejection, and his inner child is terrified. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, and you'll be surprised where it leads. So if you don't remember how this whole reading started, go back to the beginning. We just came full circle. Or we circled back. Last one. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Okay, so those are messages to you. And it feels like more from spirit as opposed to from your divine masculine. I think spirit is saying, look, this is something that the divine masculine needs to share with you. And I feel like spirit is unwilling to do it. It's like this is his responsibility. And when he's ready, he will. Okay, that's the reading I have for you. I hope it helps. Please do me a favor and like this video. Please leave me a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want more content, please hit that notification bell. Everything I do here is free. I don't do extendeds. And the only time I have any kind of monetary energetic exchange is if I'm doing a personal reading for you, which, by the way, is 30 minutes for $25 across the board. If you're interested in a personal reading, you tell me the decks you want me to use, you give me some questions, and I am happy to schedule that. Right now, my turnaround time is about 48 hours. So if you need something sooner than that, let me know in your email at sacreduniontarot@yahoo.com. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful day. Namaste.